Meghan Markle's brand sold out in less than an hour, but we got our hands on a few of the cookies. I'm here at the Bon Appetit Test Kitchen to try them out and see if they're worth the hype. We'll get in some of the Test Kitchen's culinary experts to give them a try. The process of making the cookies was actually pretty easy. You know, it's almost like one step above doing the sort of Pillsbury slice and bake. It's like a little way of elevating a tea party with these flour sprinkles, which I will say were very delightful. I had a great time sprinkling the flour sprinkles. Meghan, the Duchess of Sussex, call her Meghan Sussex now. She really wanted to start a food brand because it is a reflection of what she actually does at home. She likes to have people over for dinner parties. She likes to have guests come stay at her house. And she also said she wanted to show people a side of her that they maybe weren't seeing with all of the press coverage. All right, let's give it a try. A good shortbread cookie. Very good. I feel like the flour sprinkles don't really add too much. I can see now why you would call them sprinkles as opposed to like flower petals. They really do feel sort of more decorative. I like it, but let's see what Bon Appetit has to say.
Has this sort of like sandy texture.
I'm not getting sand.
Well, I just meant the sort of texture. I think they're pretty great. I think the texture's like spot on. I think they could use more salt, but it's like a really great shortbread. A shortbread is supposed to have a snap, which this does, which is great. It's supposed to have like a short texture, and it's supposed to be very, very tender. Like some crumbling is a good thing.
But I was gonna say, you snap it, but it doesn't come apart. But you snap it. It's still very...
Yeah, which is nice.
I think they're worth the hype.
That was delicious.
Yeah,
it really was.
And it's a little original. You get the flowers in there too.
They're so on trend with the flowers. We've been talking about at Bon Appetit how you will see flowers on everything, in salads, on muffins, and so to have a little sprinkle of flowers is so important this year. It's so springy, and it's a delicious cookie. I love the butter. I'm going to finish the whole box.
Hey Royal Squad, welcome back to another fabulous episode of Royal Sussex Squad. If you're here for truth, style, and a whole lot of love for Prince Harry and Meghan Sussex, then baby, you're in the right place. Because today we're not just spilling tea, we're serving up cookies, literally. And not just any cookies, Meghan's cookies. The Duchess of Delicious has done it again. And this time, even her haters are wiping crumbs off their lips and asking for seconds. Let's talk about it. So get this. Meghan launched her, as ever, lifestyle brand with a soft touch of sweet lemon shortbread cookies. And honey, they sold out faster than the British tabloids can spin a lie. But here's the juicy part. Vanity Fair, yes, that Vanity Fair, the same outlet that side-eyed Meghan like they were auditioning for Mean Girls, the Royal Edition, actually reviewed the cookies and said they're delightful. Yep, the same folks who tried to paint Meghan as some fame-hungry Hollywood extra now can't stop munching on her shortbread like it's royal-approved gold dust. The hypocrisy is real, and it's never tasted better. Now let's rewind, because this is more than just cookies. It's poetic justice baked to perfection. Vanity Fair has a messy history when it comes to Meghan. Remember when they slapped her on the cover back in 2017 with the headline "Wild About Harry"? Meghan herself called that out for having racially charged undertones. That headline echoed a song historically performed in blackface. And that was just the start of years of nitpicking, condescension, and subtle digs masked as journalism. But did Meghan clap back with lawsuits or rage tweets? Nope. She clapped back with cookies. She sent her lemony little miracles to media outlets and critics alike, and guess what? They folded faster than Piers Morgan when he gets ignored by Meghan again. Even the Bon Appetit Test Kitchen was all smiles, munching on her cookies and praising the buttery goodness and floral sprinkles like it was the second coming of Mary Berry. Now this is what I call the Meghan effect. Meghan Sussex doesn't need to shout. She doesn't need to pose for the paparazzi in a field of tulips holding a fake smile. Nah, she simply creates quality. Whether it's in her humanitarian work, her production company, or her pastry box, she moves with purpose, grace, and power. And you know what? That kind of quiet success makes the haters scream. While they're still over there crying that she had the audacity to marry a prince and have a successful career and be loved by millions, Meghan is out here building a brand that's authentic, stylish, and rooted in what she truly loves: home, joy, and community. Let's be real, though. This moment isn't just about sweet treats. It's about sweet justice. Meghan has been the target of one of the most vicious media campaigns in modern history. In 2019, she was literally the most trolled person on the internet, even while on maternity leave. Maternity leave, y'all. And don't forget when a BBC presenter compared Archie to an ape. The racism wasn't subtle, it was loud, it was cruel, and it was global. So yeah, when Vanity Fair of all places decides to suddenly switch gears and praise Meghan's cookies as light, delightful, and worth the hype, you better believe that's a small but mighty crack in the wall of systemic hate she's had to climb. But what makes this even sweeter? Meghan didn't send them a lecture, she sent them lemon shortbread. That's what I call cookie diplomacy. She's not asking for validation, she's just doing her thing, and letting the quality speak for itself. And guess what? It is. This is the same woman tabloids tried to reduce to a stereotype. The same woman royal experts mocked as being too Hollywood. Well, surprise. Turns out Hollywood knows how to bake and Britain's press knows how to eat their words. The As Ever brand is more than just a lifestyle venture. It's a statement. Meghan's showing us that you can rise above the noise, lead with joy and build something beautiful, even when the world is watching with a magnifying glass and bad intentions. Let's step behind the curtain for a second and talk about what American Riviera Orchard is really about. This isn't just a lifestyle brand that slaps Meghan's name on some cute jam jars and calls it a day. This is Meghan Sussex crafting an experience that embodies intentional living, grounded elegance, and soulful authenticity. Every piece of this launch, from the delicate cookie packaging to the name itself, whispers something deeper. This brand is about how you live, not just what you buy. It's a slow, thoughtful rebellion against mass production and cookie-cutter branding, and instead a love letter to the joy found in life's simple, beautiful moments. At its core, American Riviera Orchard is a reflection of Meghan's personal philosophy: live intentionally, love openly, and create beauty in the everyday. The name itself is a nod to Montecito's nickname, the American Riviera, where Meghan Sussex and Prince Harry have made their home. It represents warmth, sunshine, calm, and that golden glow of California living. But this isn't surface-level sunshine, it's about rootedness. It's about elegance that doesn't scream, it whispers. It doesn't need a spotlight because it is the light. This brand isn't separate from Meghan's identity, it's a direct extension of her values. The woman who handwrote messages on bananas for charity work is the same woman now handwriting gift tags for her product launch. You see the consistency? Meghan has always believed in personal touch, sincerity, and doing things with heart. Her humanitarian work, whether it's feeding communities, supporting women entrepreneurs, or advocating for mental health, has always centered around building people up. American Riviera Orchard is just another expression of that ethos. It's about nourishing people, not just with food, but with beauty, care, and soul. This isn't about trends, it's not about clout chasing, it's about legacy. Meghan is building something timeless here, something her daughter Lilibet could one day inherit, not just as a business, but as a symbol of resilience, creativity, and purpose. And let's be honest, that's something not many royal-adjacent ventures can say. American Riviera Orchard isn't just a brand, it's a blueprint for living with elegance and intention, no tiara required. So to all the critics I say, go ahead, eat those cookies, savor them, because the Duchess isn't going anywhere, and neither is her success. And to my Sussex squad, stand tall, this is our moment too. Meghan's wins are our wins, because we saw her for who she really is, before the rest of the world caught on. If you loved this episode, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, smash that like, and drop a super thanks to support independent voices that actually tell the truth. Let's keep uplifting Meghan and Harry with every view, every share, and every cookie we eat in solidarity. Until next time, stay sweet, stay strong, and stay royal. Peace and lemon shortbread, fam.